Hey yo, what's up guys? Stos with Bizbly here, and this is an important little trade analysis video right here. Take a look at this day. This is November 1st. Take a look at the relentless selling we had pretty much all day. Now, these are the exact days that I avoid now. If you will look through the rest of the trade analysis videos, I know there's not many before this, but there will be a lot after this one. You will not see me trading many charts like this. One reason is we simply don't get these type of charts often. These charts where we just stay in this bear channel all day long, right? And even more so, we don't get full bear trend days where we'll open up here and we'll close somewhere near the low. As you can see, this wasn't a true bear trend day because we did have this reversal here into the end of the day, and what that does is creates a nice big tail on the daily chart. So nonetheless, it's a pretty strong day, right? Only 0.72% to the downside, but definitely did show some oomph and was down over 1% at one point. But just as this couldn't close on the low of the day, that's kind of how my strategy originated, right? I'm thinking that we don't get trend days often, whether they're bull trend days or bear trend days, meaning we start here and we never see this price again and we close on the low, or we start here and we never see this price again and we close on the high. Those simply don't happen in the market very often. As a result, that's kind of why I like to come in here and pick bottoms. Now, to make it even better, to put even more theory on top of that, we are in a bull market right now, right? We're at all-time highs. We're always trading up there. We're making a new one every other week. It's a strong market. So that's another reason why I'm actually not even short in this market. I don't remember the last time I took a short trade. And I'm always looking to kind of catch the low of the day, or if I'm wrong and I don't catch the low of the day, give myself enough room where I can kind of wait something like this out and wait for the actual reversal to follow. Now, on days like this, it's not going to happen. I am not going to trade any more days like this. This will be my last one. Now, I'm actually recording these videos after the fact. I've had all of these screenshots saved, and this was in November. It's now the end of February, so I'm not trading this chart pattern again. What I mean by this chart pattern is just this day that stays in this tight channel all day long. The VWAP is kind of nice with the standard deviations on both sides because it kind of stays in this lane, if you want to call it that, for the whole day. When I see something that hasn't even touched the VWAP, it can't even get to the VWAP, why am I going to bother taking a trade and looking for it to touch the VWAP or head all the way up to, a new high of the day or whatever it is? Why am I betting on something that hasn't even happened yet today? Bears are showing some aggressiveness with this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bear bars in a row, a little bit more down, and I was just seeing these tails and I was seeing not much follow through after those 5 bear bars and bull bar, bear bar, doji, bull, bear bar, doji, bull bar, bear bar, bull bar, bull bar, bull bar. So it looked kind of choppy, and I took a really stupid entry right here at around 10:30, went long at 212.22. Now, I put dollar stops on, and right around this area at 12:15, that dollar had reached its limit. This is when I also should have just stopped trading for the day. I have my max loss, and that was always a rule of mine. If I hit my max loss, I'm done trading for the day. Well, easier said than done, right? And it's these little things that really separate an intermediate trader from a seasoned trader. It's these very simple things and a lot of them, emotional parts of the game. I was stopped out. That's my max loss. That rarely happens, almost never happens. I just have to say, the market beat me today. My strategy is to force the market to beat me. Today it beat me. See you later. Close down shop. I'll see you tomorrow. But no, of course not. At around 12:27, which is 12 minutes after I was stopped out. So I was stopped out around here, and I believe I bought above this bar here. thinking, okay, we've had a really nice flush so far. It's unfortunate that I was stopped out. I'm going to try and look for the reversion trade now. Well, sure enough, that doesn't happen at around 142 in this area. I am stopped out. And then, of course, I saw this setting up, but I had the willpower to stay away from this setup, which is the real setup of the day, but not exactly one that I want to be taking when I don't see it even touching the VWAP all day. You know, this is a scary day. This really looked like it was just going to keep going down into the end of the day, but this little reversal just shows how strong the market has been and continues to be, because the bears just said, that's enough, I'm taking my profits. And of course, the bulls that kept nibbling, the strong bulls, not the weak ones that were getting stopped out like me every single dollar entry here. The strong ones with pretty much no stops or bigger pockets or even wider stops, whatever it might be, were able to at least make some of their money back and maybe even come back with a profit. Now, I knew I was violating my rules right here in my Excel template. It says inside -1 band from the jump, and you knew you were violating rules here and you were out of bullets by the time the afternoon setup actually played out. So, really unfortunate day. I just want to stress that when you look at all of the other charts and all the other trade analysis videos that I'm trading, you are not going to see one like this. You're going to see the days choppy, starting above VWAP, even doing a little uptrend during the day. I am no longer going to be trading these straight down in this -1 band, in this tight bear channel. I'm not going to be trading these. I would say that because of how tight this channel is, most likely all of the reversals up are going to fail. And because we had such a tight long bear channel, maybe we need another leg down. Well, there it is, kind of like the leg 1, leg 2. But that leg 2 just kept going, and even that leg 2 is a very tight bear channel, despite not the greatest follow through, because we're getting bear bar, bull bar, bear bar, bull bar. Despite all that, we still kind of keep going lower. And this was a day where I got my rump kicked. I violated so many rules, and as a result, I paid the price, and I paid the price double. Now, fortunately, I already know how my November and December and January and February played out. And despite this really, really bad day, which is double the loss that I want to be taking on any given day, if it even gets that bad, I'm still able to squeak by with profits. And to me, that's just kind of a testament of how my theory seems to be working thus far over the last few months, that we don't get bear or bull trend days often, and maybe looking to catch these bottoms with a wide stop is a good strategy, at least in this type of market. Now, we may shift to another type of market where we have these kind of bear days all the time, right? I'm assuming that's what would happen in a bear market. And unfortunately, I haven't been able to trade a bear market, so I really don't know what one's like. I can remember last January to February when you had that crazy sell-off. That was pretty wild. Every single day was just nailing VWAP going down and nailing this band going down. Whether it had this little end-of-day rally or not, it didn't really matter because I could just see how strong the trend was. So I can remember that. I can remember even August before then when we had those few days of sell-offs and then that choppiness. Still a lot of good bear trend days to take advantage of to the downside. But for right now, it seems like we're in a strong market. It seems like picking these bottoms works. And what works above all is the math, right? I'm just creating winners using a wide stop, forcing the market to beat me. And what that does is creates a high winning percentage. And in my mind, gives me a fighting chance at being profitable into longevity with this. However, we have to be aware when the market environments do change. And when that does happen, we'll have to adjust slightly. Maybe it's direction, maybe it's trend, whatever it is. It's definitely not going to be tightening up my stops. I'm still going to be using those wide stops. I really think that's the key to the game. So you need to find a way to trade small where those big stop losses or big stop outs don't hurt you, and then don't take another stupid entry. And especially when you're violating all your rules from the day already. Well, not the funnest video to go over with you guys here, but it's a very important video. I think it really shows how important things like following your rules can be when you actually have a good set of rules and a good theory to back it. And it's those little things, it's these little tiny adjustments that make the difference between an intermediate trader and a seasoned trader. So it's just about learning, looking myself in the face in the mirror, showing this video to you guys, being completely transparent, telling you this is how I messed up. And like I said, it's a little easier to do that because this was November 1st and it's already the end of February right now. So I already know how everything has played out and it's been just fine. But still, even I can still remember this day, vividly. And even when this happened, I said to myself, I just broke my rules. It has nothing to do with my strategy or my skill set, whatever it is. I broke my rules. I was stupid. I punched myself in the face, and I'm going to learn from this. I'm going to grow from this, and I am going to move on and become the trader that I know I can be. So thanks, guys. I hope you guys learned something from this, and until the next video, Stos out!